Happy Easter week, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Happy stitching. I hope you've all been staying inside and stitching your heart out, actually. Do you know what Stitch Mania is? Hello to all my YouTube Kindred Stitchers. Welcome to a new week. We're coming up on the crisis, from what I understand, of our pandemic that is in our country. And I have been busy making things, and I have some whips and FFOs. They're all the same. I have been stitching. Mostly I have been working on some project bags to house my Stitch Mania plans. My name is Shanda. I live along the Continental Divide in Idaho, and today it is still blue sky. It's absolutely beautiful. There is a little bit of snow high up in the mountains, but down here on our ground and on our roads, it's all cleared. Spring is here. I've seen some daffodil buds, and spring is on its way. The purpose of this video today is to explain to some what Stitch Mania is. Not everybody might not know what Stitch Mania is. Stitch Mania, I don't know who started it. Please comment below if you do know who started this challenge. But it's M-A-Y for the month of May, N-I-A, Stitch Mania. And you can pick a set number of projects that you would like to start. Some do 20 for 2020. Last year, some did 19 for 2019. And then I know others, I believe it's Priscilla from Priscilla and Chelsea. Last year, she started 31, one for each day of the month. You can start however many you want. It's up to you. I believe most might be starting 20. I was going to do 20. But because almost all my whips are finished, I'm down to 2, and I can finish those here the month of April. I won't have anything started. So I am also using Stitch Mania as a launching board pad for some of my Christmas gifts. And some of my Christmas gift recipients follow this YouTube channel. So I won't specifically say which one is for them and which ones aren't. But I wanted to share my Stitch Mania plans with my followers. My FFOs this week consist of this stack of, this one I've done before, but there are 8 here, I believe, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 here. I finished all of these, and I have 9 more cut out. And I am in my sewing studio, my quilting studio, but it's a different angle. My quilts along the wall that many of you have commented on are here along in front of me. But my granddaughter was here for a short week. I needed to keep her for part of spring break. And over here is a disaster. We have dolls strung all over. We have homemade diapers for her dolls strung all over. We have stuffed animals. We have zippers. We have just a menagerie of things she has dug out and wanted to sew along with me this last week. So I'm not going to show you that. This is the other side of my quilting studio. This behind me is my quilting stash. I've done a tour of my She Shed quilting studio before, so I won't go into that with you. But that's the reason why I'm facing a different direction than this messy little aisle over here that my little Miss Emma kind of tore up. But I love it. I love, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad she was here to make a semi little mess. But anyway, I have 9 project bags cut out and on the back of my Gamble machine bed here, and there are 9 more here. So between the 2 of them, I have 18 or 19. And then 2 other additional ones, 2 cut out yet. So this is mainly what I have been working on. And I will have the drawing at the end. I've already drawn the name using the random comment picker, but I'll do my Stitch Maynia plans first. So back to my comment, I decided to do 31. I may regret that decision, but some are small little projects, some are almost like ornament size, and others are big. A lot of mine are out of print. I made notes here on this wonderful piece of paper. I counted, of the 31 that I'm going to be starting, I counted roughly, and I may be wrong on this, but I couldn't find anywhere on the internet where you couldn't either buy it or it literally said out of print. I counted 11 that are out of print of my Stitch Maynia plans. So I apologize for that. And I'm just going to go through these really quickly. I will not be telling you what kind of floss or fabric I'm going to be stitching them on yet, because I don't know. Along with a lot of you, I'm kind of using my stash. I don't know what is in my stash to sew on yet. I just went ahead and picked my 31 projects. And I do have Weeks Dye Works. I have some Gentle Arts, DMC, and I'm just going to try and stick with those flosses. If I need any, I will put in a small order. But due to the economy in this pandemic that we're in, it will be a limited order. So I'm going to try and use what I have. Okay, here we go. The first one from Hollyhock Farm. This is a publication, a small booklet put out by Stacy Nash several years ago. I don't even think she has copyright dates in here. I want to say it's at least 10 years old. The first one, and these are in no particular order, but the first one is 1823 Horse Pin Keep. And I will probably be turning that into some sort of a drum. I'm not sure yet, but I just loved it. I don't have anything that's a horse that's cross-stitched, so I'm going to be doing that one. The second one, and I'll try and take off these nasty page tabs. 1776 Flower Urn. We are coming up on the, I can't remember, I looked it up even, the 250th anniversary of the founding of our nation. And I was practicing the name of the word. Anyway, it's in 2026. So I wanted to do some more patriotic stitches, and that's one of them. So there's 2. And again, these are in no particular order. I don't know what days I'll be starting them. Again, a Stacy Nash primitive. I do believe, let me back up a little bit. I do believe that book is out of print. Stacy Nash Primitives 1802 Biscornu. I don't have any Biscornus. Loved that one. This is a Market Blackbird Designs, All Joys for Thine. I've seen this on Instagram, and beautiful. I think Brenda, the sampler stitcher, Brenda and the serial starter, she's completed this one. Beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. Plum Street Samplers, American Sampler. Some of these are recent acquisitions, and I won't do anything on that today. Plum Street Samplers, American Sampler, very patriotic. Love the bunting all the way across the fence down here. Again, I just can't reiterate that enough. I love buntings. Saltbox houses, sheep, quilting motifs, alphabets. The Woolly U Autumn at Sunflower Ridge. That will be a Mania start for me. Stacy Nash Primitives Berry Basket Sewing Tray. Bunting and strawberries. I made a project bag with strawberry material. Berry Cottage by Plum Street Samplers. Paulette has some beautiful, Beautiful stuff. And some of you may have already stitched these, obviously. I just pulled from my stash and got a few that I had wanted to stitch. Purchased them through Acorn and Threads, 123 Stitch. I just kind of spread the wealth out from a couple of needlework shops. This one I know is out of print. Birds of a Feather by Blackbird Designs. And I think I'm going to tone down that pink just a little bit. I'm not real crazy about that color. But I thought about doing a blue with a bluebird in there. I'm not sure yet. Good old Christy from Crosshatch Quilts. She sent me my unicorn chart. I'm going to be starting this. Cherry Hollow Farm, Stacy Nash. I kept saying Cherry Hill Farm last video. I apologize for that. This is Cherry Hill or Cherry Hollow Farm. Thank you, Christy. Again, just love it. I'm so excited to start this. This one I'll probably stitch uncalled for if I have it. Sorry, these are kind of falling off. If you're keeping track, I do have 31. So, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. This is the Christmas Winter Mega issue. I'm going to be stitching this one called Christmas Bird. It is by Maja Matthias of the Snowflower Diaries. Let's see if I can get that so you can see that. It's just called the Christmas Bird. Love it. Very beautiful Christmas design. And then the next one in the same issue is called Cookie's House. It's done in a little tart pan. I don't know if you could see that. Sorry for the glare that's coming in my studio window. Loved that. And I'm thinking of different ways I'm going to be finishing some of these. Okay, Feathered Nest Pin Book, Stacy Nash Primitives. But I'm going to show, oops, I dropped it. I'm going to show the back of this instead because I just love that blue cover looking cross stitch. I've talked about this on previous videos. Love it. My Heart is True by Blackbird Designs. A Flock of Birds. This is also one of my Stitch 10 and 20. I think I've already passed some of them, but this is also a Stitch 10 and 20 start. Stacy Nash Primitives, Hands to Work Pin Keep. I think this one is out of print. See if I get that really, really close. Whoa. I'm going to slide these all off my lap. Okay, another publication by Stacy Nash. It's called Love Letters. And they're in these beautiful vellum covers with strings that you tie. See, it's just, I don't want to lose this stuff off my lap. It's like a piece of vellum, and then there's the cover. But in here, there's one I want to do. It's called the Hanging Heart Pin Keep. I love Stacy Nash's designs. Again, I am not so sure that these publications are still in print, so that might be something. The last one I have of hers is From Me to Thee, Stacy Nash. And in these publications, there must be, I don't know, 10, 15 charts and different things that you can make. This one is simply called the Heart Pin Keep, and I love it because it has, I think, looks like strawberries and little peacock. I want to say I got all these books a good 10, 12 years ago. One of my dying to stitch, I cannot wait, Hibernation Day from Heartstring Samplery. I just love it. This is a big one though, 105 by 328. And I am probably definitely, this is called called for as 28 count fabric, natural. This is by DMC, so I'll probably definitely stitch this on 28 count because I do want that size to be true. Kind words never die. I did just post a picture of this that I stitched for my aunt who turned 75 on Instagram. I'm still learning Instagram. Sorry if I'm kind of making nonsense stuff, comments or whatever. But anyway, hers was in browns. And I think I just want to do this in a monochromatic blue. I don't have much in blue. I have lots of red. My shaker red was my signature color and still is. But I don't have much in blue, and I'll do that in blues. Like a overdyed. Liberty for All, Brenda Gervais. Let me hold it this way. Buntings again. And then there's those 3 little blue quilting block motifs on the very bottom. Love that one. My Dear Hearts, Blackbird design. This is one of my Stitch 10 and 20 finishes, challenge fin pieces. This one is just a simply very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sampler. The Scarlet House on Stoneware Street. Patchwork Pumpkin by Blackbird Designs. And again, I love this one. It's a very floral motif, but the pumpkin has some variations of star blocks in there. And then the house is so, I love it. It's like brick with a red door. I had a red door on a house once. Loved it. Stacy Nash, Pine Tree Farm. I think this might be one of my out of print. Maybe not. Maybe you can still get this one. Pine Tree Farm, but I will probably make this one into a drum. If it'll fit. I don't know. My favorite Brenda Gervais that came out this year at market. Salt Box Quilt Sampler. Salt boxes. Love the quilting motifs. It's got an alphabet. All the makings for a perfect pattern chart. Heartstring Sampleries. Schoolhouse Coverlet Drum. A couple more here. One from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, and it says it's the fall, maybe not, summer issue, 2016 summer issue. This is what the front cover looks like. And I'm doing that one up there in the upper right. Sweet Land of Liberty. Here's a better picture of it. Love that chart. It is by The Humble Stitcher. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful magazine publication. This one I know is out of print. This is one of the collaborations between Maggie Bonanami and Blackbird Designs, Union Forever. There we go. And I'm really thinking about putting this one into a drum. Beautiful. It's typical Maggie flowers. Just really love. I've had this for a while. This one says copyright 2005. I've had this one for a while, so this one will get stitched. Where My Heart Blooms, Blackbird Design. So I get that without the glare. Love the blackbirds in this, the heart border. White salt box. This again has all the elements of a perfect sampler chart cross stitch piece, in my opinion. The last, I'm down to 2, I think. This is from a publication that I'm pretty sure you can still get on Amazon. A Schoolgirl's Work, Barb Adams and Alma Allen. It's more of a picture book, I'd say, for a lot of samplers that were found in museums. And then in the back, they do have reproduction samplers, but it says a schoolgirl's work, samplers from the Spencer Museum of Art. And in here, I've got another one for another start, but Hannah's Small Basket. Let's see that. And the other one, Anne's Sewing Tray. It says Sewing Mends the Soul. And then this is probably 32 because that sewing basket one is sitting on the fence. Who doesn't have this? I want to do the, find the picture of it. This one I'm going to reserve the right to change my mind. She works with willing hands in delight. I think the thing that I love most about this is the colors. The blues, the reds, the greens. The house looks like stone. There's letters in it. The close runner-up, second in this, they're all, I could list them all, 1, 2, and 3. A Bit of Summer, the drum. Just like Brenda says, from Brenda and the Serial Starter, buy all the Blackbirds. There for a while I didn't get any Blackbirds, and now I am regretting it. But I do see where Sweet Land of Liberty is going to be reprinted, so I will get that one. But there's one called Dear Daughter that I didn't get that I would love to do for my daughter. I probably could get that one still on Etsy or something. I'm not sure, but I haven't looked too deep for that one, but I do like that pattern. Okay, the giveaway. I bound this. It's in dark brown, and it's just a brown squares and half square triangles, and I measured it. It came out 24 by 24, so I couldn't remember if I'd measured it before I put the border on or not. So it's more tends itself to fall. I have not washed it yet. If this was going to be in my home, I would wash this in cold water and then really run it through the dryer so that it got all shrivelly and puckery and antique looking. So I will let the recipient do that if they so choose. And again, this one has some really unique, you can see my quilting here really, really well. But it has unique Moda designers on the back. And one reason why I picked this is because it does have Blackbird designs here. Let me see if I get that really close. See the bird? Anyway, I ran this to the random comment picker, and this is going to, I will leave my email address below. It is going to Jeannie Essner, E-S-S-N-E-R. So Jeannie, please email me and I can get this little quilt sent out to you. It's probably not lends itself to spring. It's more of a fall, but if you want, you could probably turn it over and display this side on your coffee table, your kitchen table, however you want to display it. But email me and I will get this out to you. I hope everybody is staying safe, being smart, staying in, enjoying your stitching time. I am now really focused on getting everything kitted up and ready for Stitch Mania, and then it's ready, set, go for me. I have 2 whips. I have Parson Brown. Oh, that snowman. I think I posted a picture on Instagram. That snowman is just killing me. It's a cream colored 32 count linen and a cream colored Gentle Arts thread. Excuse me, that is a DMC. But my eyes are going berserk with that snowman. And I have Christmas at Winterberry Cabin from Brenda Gervais. One's a Stacey Nash and one's a Brenda Gervais. And then I have 0 whips. Nothing started except one. And that's probably in permanent timeout, but I need to start some. So this year, next year I probably won't start as many, but I just felt like I had a wide assortment. I've got some patriotic, I've got some all year round, I've got some drums, I've got some samplers, I've got some fall, and just some seasonal stitching that I want to do, a couple of Christmas gifts that are not included in this Mania start. But enjoy Thank you for all the beautiful, beautiful comments that you have left. This last time I wasn't as good at answering them because we were in the middle of this, starting this isolation. But this time I will be much better at responding. I try to respond to every single one. So if you want, please leave me a comment. I do have some giveaways the next time we come back. I've had a couple designers send me some gifts that I want to pass along to you. But happy stitching. Enjoy your stitching time. Enjoy your family. I know it's kind of getting long and drawn out, but keep your chin up. We will get through this.